The coalition is boasting that Atiku will beat Tinubu the same way Shehu Shagari beat Awolowo. I repeat, the coalition, they are boasting that Atiku will beat Tinubu 2027 the same way Shehu Shagari beat Awolowo. Now, it is very interesting to know that the coalition now, they are coming out to show their true color. Like I said, the main people that are forming this coalition, they are Buhari boys. They should not deny it. The main people, just recently, Burutai came out and said that Tinubu has plunged Nigeria into hunger and suffering. Burutai. It was Malami the other time. Amechi, El-Rufai started this. From El-Rufai to Amechi, from Amechi to Malami, from Malami to Burutai. If you look at the trend, you see that it is Buhari's boys that are bringing all these statements. All of a sudden, CPC, which is part of the APC, now is coming out of the APC to form a coalition to defeat the ACN part of the APC, that is Bola Ahmed Tinubu. So somebody is also bragging that Atiku will beat Tinubu the same way Shehu Shagari beat Awolowo. Now, on the issue of the Middle Belt, the issue of Middle Belt has become a thing of concern. Everybody is playing propaganda. Everybody is bringing out their own agenda. Everybody is gaslighting everybody. Now, the main issue here is that the Middle Belt is a region that has votes. Their vote, you cannot write it off. The vote of every region cannot be written off. So the major players, whether in the APC or in the coalition or Labour Party or PDP, they will be fighting for the votes of every region. Now, this is what a Middle Beltan said. A coalition against Bola Ahmed Tinubu with the most noble, capable, and trusted politicians bent on rescuing Nigeria will be welcomed by the Middle Belt. But once El-Rufai is among the lead roles, then it becomes like the most sumptuous dinner served a famished family, but garnished with poison. So, the Middle Belt, that is their stand. Anything that has to do with El-Rufai, element of El-Rufai, it's just like you serve a very delicious dish and you garnish it with poison. Now, what is the North saying? Maybe the core North. The core North is saying that there's nothing like Middle Belt. There is nothing like Middle Belt. Middle Belt equals Northern Christian. The word Middle Belt is an agenda used by Northern Christians. So what do you mean by Middle Belt? For instance, the core North or the Fulani-led Northern Nigeria or Arewa is saying that if you're even talking about Middle Belt, you look at only Plateau and Benue State. So my question, which states or what group of people constitute the Middle Belt? What group of people constitute the Middle Belt? It has been argued that North Central is not part of the Middle Belt. Well, politically, we can create a constituency politically. All these South, these are political zones. These are geopolitical creations. These are not geographical creations. These are for political reasons. So anybody saying that the Middle Belt is not real, it is a political creation. It's just like saying South-South. What is the meaning of South-South? What is the meaning of South-South? But that South-South, it is a geopolitical or a political creation. So it is not out of place to say that a place exists as the Middle Belt. Wherever they are coming from, even if you say they are Northern Christians, if you say they are Benue, Plateau State, however, the Middle Belt is an interest group, just like Arewa. Arewa is an interest group. So very importantly, the battle for the Middle Belt begins. Now, the core Northerners, or the people that are forming a coalition, want to battle for the soul of their region. They want to bring their region together. Because if you look at southern part of Nigeria, you see that everybody is trying to harmonize. The politicians, or not the people, the structures are trying to harmonize. Look at what Benjamin Kalu is doing in Bendi in Abia State. He went there and gathered a lot of people and said 20,000 people for Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He gathered a crowd of 20,000. You see, I saw people wearing cap and t-shirt. You see, when people are gathering people and you see them wear cap and t-shirt, it tells you a lot of things. Is that it is a rented crowd or it is a summoned crowd? They summon you. You know how it is. You know, politicians, they have different unions, age grades. Maybe they'll go through the traditional rulers. They'll tell traditional ruler, please, so age grade, so age grade, so women union, women development commission. We make sure that they must bring 20, they must bring 10, they must bring. They will go to the village. They know that people are ignorant of what is even happening in Nigeria. If you know the larger number of Nigerians that are ignorant of what is happening in Nigeria today, it may shock you. If you know the foolish and stupid people we have in the country, they are in their millions. If you know the useless people that have voters card, they are in their millions. So it is easier under a poverty-ridden economy to just gather people. Just look at Port Harcourt between Fubara and Wike when they were having that their battle. You can easily go into the street and mobilize people. Just give them 5,000 naira. So that is how easy it is for a Benjamin Kalu to enter into Bende local government and organize people, and said 20,000 people organized Southeast for Bola Ahmed Tinubu. So the North is seeing all these things. They know that these guys are getting their act together. Mind you, elections, we don't have elections in Nigeria. We don't have free and fair elections. Everybody knows this. The current establishment cannot bank on a free and fair election to return to power. They know the people, they know their people. All they can do is to gaslight you, brainwash you, coerce you into voting them. That is what they are banking on. They're not banking on your free will to vote. They can wherever use any way to push you to vote for them and use your votes to plunge themselves into power. That is the typical thing that happens in election. So everybody is trying to solidify their base. The northern part of Nigeria believe that they have the votes, they have the numbers. Till tomorrow, they believe they have the numbers. Somebody said Atiku will beat Tinubu the same way Shehu Shagara will beat. Tells you a lot about how confident they are. Go to the nooks and crannies of the north. Not politicians that are benefiting from this government, though. Not politicians that are gaining from the government, though. Go to the nooks and crannies of northern Nigeria. Everybody is hungry. People are hungry. Things are just upside down. And you see, they can easily use that against the APC under President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. So they have that advantage to themselves, and they have already threatened that we are going to protect our polling units. Anyone that comes to rig will go back, blah blah. Whatever happens to the person, let the person take. So these middle belts, the Northern Coalition, they are saying, okay, since you people are saying middle belt, there's nothing like middle belt. Then even if there's a middle belt, it's only Plateau and Benue State. Just recently, for some people, persons were killed in Benue State by, in quote, Fulani, not 2 or 3 days ago, just few hours ago. Attacks upon attacks every now and then. Even the media they are tired of the attacks. They are tired of reporting attacks. It's no more news to them. It's become a normal thing. It's just become a normal thing. Imagine, who has the responsibility of protecting the people? The APC under President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Who are those making the attacks? Somebody says anything that has to do with El-Rufai or Fulani element inside this coalition. The Fulani are accused of making the attacks. So Fulani accused of making attacks. A president who is not up and doing in his responsibility to protect the lives of people. You can see how confused the whole thing is. So Plateau and Benue State, according to these guys, is middle belt, if you are going to call middle belt. But nothing like middle belt. It is not central. My brother, everything is political creation. It is a political creation. You hear the same Kano Central you are calling. They call it geopolitical zones. So what is South-South? I will repeat myself. What is meaning of South-South? We understand that South-South is just They just brought it to just create. Let's. There's nothing like that, but let's just find a way to people with similarities. Now we are very clear that the southeast and the middle belt is very important, or north central is very important. The southeast and the north central. Look at what Benjamin Kalu went to tell southeasterners. Re-elect Tinubu, get more federal projects. This one was said by both Benjamin Kalu and Ganduje. Re-elect Tinubu, get more projects, federal projects. So if you are not re-electing Tinubu, you will not get federal project, because Tinubu is the president of the southwest, or where? Of a certain part of Nigeria. Is that what Benjamin Kalu is trying to tell us? You must, it's just like you are forcing people to vote for Tinubu. Whether Tinubu does anything or not, re-elect Tinubu, get more federal projects. Ganduje, you can see the statement coming from a Gandola, a Ganduje, an insult to the intelligence of people in the southeast. Imagine. I told you that they have their way of doing things. They will tell them, you are from so state, you are from so state. That's how Tinubu told Akachukwu, APC flag bearer of Anambra State governorship election. Bring the state to the center. Bring the state. Gaiman language. Bring the state to the center. So what you are telling us is that states that or regions that are not going to vote the president will not get federal appointment. And you call this or federal attract federal development, infrastructure or project. So what you are telling us is that we are not one Nigeria. We are not practicing democracy. That's what you are telling us. We are not practicing democracy now. When you are being told, you are being forced in a way, in a manner, to support a particular person in a democracy where we have so many options. So because we did not support that option and the option won elections, however the option won the elections, then a particular region would not be given project that is supposed to be done by the government, because we are practicing democracy. This is not oligarchy. This is democracy. When I tell you that, see, nobody believes in one Nigeria. I'm telling you. These politicians don't believe in one Nigeria. That is the ideology the current APC under Tinubu gives to them. If APC is not popular in your state, you don't get appointments, you don't get projects. That's the ideology. That's what APC gives to them. And that's the kind of politics Bola Tinubu is playing. And you think that that kind of politics is going to bring good governance to the people? My brother, just be wasting your time. With all the monies that these guys are holding, what projects have brought down poverty, have improved the standard of living of the people? What project? What do you mean by federal project? There's no way the South is going to support Tinubu that they will build a railway from east to west or east to north. There's no kind of support. See, these guys are just playing politics. These guys are sellout. When it comes to the southeast, these guys are sellout. The governors just need to do what they need to do. You understand? They need to do what they need to do. You are not supposed to be cajoling anybody. I saw traditional rulers, they call themselves respected elders in Igbo land, with these APC guys. We saw them. And they are aligning with them. They are aligning with the Tinubu. They are aligning with an APC. Traditional rulers. When you see them tomorrow, say, Your Royal Highness, Your Wise. People don't take integrity as anything. Morality is nothing in our society today. People are looking for people that have integrity and morals, but their actions don't support integrity and morals. I'm telling you. People, when they get into government, you get into an office, people are stealing and you refuse to steal. They will come for you. They will attack you. They will fight against you for refusing to steal. But those people that are fighting, for instance, let's say for example, NNPC as a company. You work in NNPC, you are sharing loot, you refuse to be part of that loot, and you are willing to report them. You know, NNPC guys, they are very big guys. Collect salary with their emolument and whatever. They are very big. These guys, they have businesses. They steal for office, but then get business. When they will employ somebody for their business, they will be looking for somebody that is not a thief, that has morality, that has integrity. You can see the stupidity of Nigerian people. You support criminality, but when you want to have your own personal business, you don't want people who are criminals to manage your business. That is the irony of the whole thing. When we look at these things critically, holistically. So, see, we have traditional rulers supporting the APC in the southeast. The people themselves, normally we know that it is the people against the government. It is a class society. It's a class thing. Democracy does not belong to the people in Nigeria. Democracy belongs to the political thieves, elites, and their girlfriends, brothers and sisters, their allies and family members. We know that is the people that democracy itself belongs to. This democracy is never designed to make the lives of the people, the masses, better. It is never designed. It's going to eventually destroy our societies, our moralities. It's going to destroy. See, one thing I like about the Ronu movement or the conservatism is that the conservatism will drive us into restructuring much more than what democracy wants to destroy. Conservatism, these people that are doing conservatism, I pray they don't stop. I don't want to call them Ronu. I pray they don't stop. We need these things to restructure ourselves. Although it's not in a good way, but it's going to point us to that. It's going to point us to that. Whereby everybody, Yoruba, don't marry Igbo. Some people are saying it in 2025. But the same people that say don't marry so tribe, they go out of the country, they marry other, you understand? They marry other. There's animosity. Some people believe that a particular tribe has a certain trait, which is not true. I said it, in every tribe there's this good, bad, and ugly. Good, bad, and ugly in every tribe. But some people, the people that are being conservative in Nigeria believe that no matter what, just like religion, somebody says the worst Muslim is better than the very, very good Christian. I clap for you. So democracy is not our thing. Democracy that we are practicing in Nigeria today is destroying Nigeria and will make Nigeria a slave to the British powers, the imperialists, and what have you, wherever they find themselves. So as it stands now, it is clear. The things that are clear is that Buhari's people are in the coalition. Buhari himself, no matter how he wants to disguise it, the nature of a typical person, politician, is to disguise. We know that. And tell you what is not, as if it is. No matter how they want to disguise it, we know that the coalition is filled with people that are enraged from the APC. Well, the same way it happened in 2015, NPDP left and they joined the coalition. But the thing here is that if you bring in an El-Rufai, in fact, maybe other people might not be, that El-Rufai factor has become a problem. El-Rufai, Malami, and Burutai, these guys. The reason why you see that APC and the Southeast voted against APC, however, it was because of the Buhari. I'm telling you, not really because of the Tinubu, because of the Buhari and the Fulani regalia they were wearing. That's why you see the massive votes against the APC. Not because of, and again, for the Tinubu himself associating himself with the Buhari, bringing the APC upon the people, that is why he also took part of that. It's not a Yoruba thing or whatever. Whatever sentiment somebody has for other people, that is his business, his own problem. But the real reason, so now we are having this coalition, and you're having a person like an El-Rufai. Well, me, I know that the Middle Belt is not as the Connaught is saying, or as the Fulani-led Arewa, or as Northern Coalition is saying, the Middle Belt, they are northern Christians. No. The Middle Belt are a people who does not want the Fulani domination. They don't want the Fulani whatever influence. They understand how the Fulani roll, and they don't want to be part of it at all. These are the people that we call the Middle Belt. Anything other than that, the explanation does not hold water. The Middle Belt are a people who doesn't want, you see, the Middle Belt voted for Peter Obi most of the time, Plateau, Benue State. Although governorship election, APC won Benue State, and the Benue people are even very they are regretting why the APC used the Reverend Father in that guise to deceive them, and they have been sold out. But the next election, they are telling you that APC has no stand. But however, I don't know what if you say Middle Belt is northern Christians, Muslims in northern Nigeria, who are they going to vote for? Are they going to vote for the APC? Who is going to vote for who? Or are they going to join the coalition? I know that if the coalition fails, Atiku will take Amechi as his vice. You know, Peter Obi knows, everybody knows that they're just trying to use Peter Obi to gain more sentiment. Vice. Amechi will be vice of Atiku if Peter Obi refuses to align with what they want him to align with. That's just the reality. So as it is, everybody's waiting. The APC themselves, they are waiting. They are looking. Let's see what these guys. Let's see what they want to do. That's it. They want to. Let's see the calculations. Let's see who and who before they now unleash. You know, the APC is waiting to unleash their propaganda. They are waiting seriously to unleash their propaganda. They want to know who and who is going to be the vice president and the presidential candidate. Some people are already saying that you call people structure of criminality, you're going to align. Guy, forget. Politics does not have emotions at this point in time. Politics, we will learn politics. This, from now to 2027, we will all learn politics. May God help Nigerians.